So now what do I do? Well, I guess there's only one thing. There's something I'd like to know. Are you real? Can you feel?
Hi friends, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. We will be taking a look at the Transparent Tarot, 2nd edition by Emily Carding, and I can't wait to take a look at these. So I will have another video where we'll be revealing the Transparent Oracle as well, so you can look at the playlist for that video. But let's take a look at the Transparent Tarot. And so the whole sort of theory behind it is you can place these cards on top of one another, and because it's transparent, it will tell a story based on how it sort of stacks up. Okay, so let's take a look at this beautiful set. Now, I was going to open it with my wand. That's not going to work. Let's take a look. So as usual, we will energetically sort of charge the cards here for future readings, and hopefully these cards don't disappoint. Now, I did want to say I was in search of these. I don't know if it's the 1st edition, but very similar sort of story. And what I ended up buying were these Universal Transparent Tarot, which I used maybe twice in my lifetime. And I was disappointed because, well, you guys don't care, you're here for that, but I'm going to show you. This deck has like the different, my goodness, tarot cards. Okay. And they're like the actual card itself in like different spots. Like, for example, we have the 6 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Okay, but like you stack it up and it just like shows the story of the cards. It doesn't really sort of blend into a different picture. Okay, and if you have like 2 cards sort of sitting on the same spots, it sort of covers over top of the other card and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I don't really understand. But anyway, let's hope we don't get the same jibber jabber with these. So we have the Transparent Tarot, and we have this over top. Oh my goodness, I hope you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can see this. And I don't know what this is used for, but the guidebook, which is ginormous. So we have the forward, a little bit about the book, table of contents. So we have what is the tarot, card meanings, major arcana, and see how they stack up. So we see a sun here, we see like a scenic here. It says 3, 4, 9, and 19. So 19 is the major arcana, which is the sun. And I don't know what 3, 4, 9 is, but we see the numbers back here and it sort of paints a picture for us. So we have the major arcana, and then we have, starting with the major arcana, the Fool. And then we have the meaning. And then it sort of shows it with other cards behind it, which look kind of cool. So let's see, after the major arcana, we have the minor arcana, and it's with the aces, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. Then the 2s, so it breaks it down by number. And then we have the court cards. Interesting. And we have the kings and the queens and the knights and the pages. So pretty standard. And then a little bit about the spreads when you overlap them together. Okay, so a lot different than the Transparent Tarot that I bought. Okay, cool. Let's take a look, shall we? Wow. And look at these. They're very bowed here, so I don't know how easy these will be to shuffle. And then it comes with this little satin cloth. So I don't know if it makes it easy for you to see. Maybe. Maybe we'll have to use this cloth here for you guys to see what's going on. Okay. Good idea. Let's take a look, shall we? So, as far as sizing goes, they're quite large. So one side is smooth, the other side is sort of rough. Okay, can you guys see this? See, can you see? Barely. So this would be 0. So Fool. The Fool is this butterfly. Then we have number 2. I think it's rough side up. Yeah, rough side up. So, sorry, my goodness. I am coherent. We have 1 and then 2. So 1 would be the Magician in the Standard Tarot. Can you guys see? Yeah, and then 2 would be High Priestess. And so we had the High Priestess in this plastic thing that came with it, and I don't know why, but okay. So, Fool, Magician, High Priestess, and the Empress. You know what's weird, you guys? This 2 is like facing the right way. And it's rough side up. And this 3 oh, sorry. Yes, rough side up. So it's the rough side up. So we have the Empress. And let's just, if for example, take a look. So we have 1 and 2. So if we get the Fool and the Magician, we get this. If we get the Fool, Magician, and the High Priestess, we get this. And if we get the Fool, Magician, High Priestess, and the Empress, we get this. Wow. That's quite fascinating, isn't it? Okay. Sorry, you guys are just here to see the cards, but I'm a little bit wrapping my mind around all this stuff, okay? So we have number 4, which is the Emperor. Number 5 is the Hierophant. It's a tree. Can you guys see? Six is the Lovers. So if we have the High Priestess and the Lovers, we get this. And I'll say the numbers on top, 2 and 6. Okay. And then we have the Chariot. And I think I can maybe slide them down a little here. And we have Justice. And then we have the Hermit. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have Strength and Hangman and the Death. And then we have Temperance. So take a look at those. Very cool. So if we pull the Chariot, the Hierophant, and Death, what does that look like? Let's put it in the middle so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys can tell. So the scythe is cutting down the tree. And then we got the horses here. I don't know, it might take a while to get used to, but okay, so that's the first sort of set. And then we have the devil, tower, the star, and the moon, sun, and the judgment, and the world. Wow. Okay, so let's say if we had the emperor, the world, and the moon. What would that look like? It would look like this. Can you guys see? So, just curious what it would look like on the back side. All right, well, fascinating. Let's look at the suits, shall we? So we have Ace of Wands, 2 wands, cool, 3 wands, 4 wands, 5 wands, 6 wands, 7 wands, 8 wands, 9 wands, 10 wands, and the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. Look at that. Okay, so let's say for the 5 of Wands and the Fool, and let's see this one here. What is this? And the Justice. It'll look like that. All right, interesting. So these are the wands. I'll show you guys the court cards because they're kind of cool. Let's see, what do all the wands together sort of make? So I don't know how many you could stack before it becomes sort of hard to see, but here we have, oh, the numbers are on the side, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 6, 7, 9, and 10. So we have 4 cards. The 6, the 7, the 9, 10 of wands. Okay, here's the court cards. Hold up so you guys can see. Here's the Page and the Knight. The Queen and the King of Wands. Kind of cool. All right, let's move on. So we're looking at cups. So we have the Ace of Cups, 2 cups, 3 cups, 4 cups, and the 5 cups. We have 6 cups, 7 cups, 8 cups, 9 cups, and 10 cups. Then we have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups, which is very much the same as the wands, except instead of a wand, they have a cup in their hand. So let's see if we were to stack them. Same idea. Okay, cool. Cool, but on my brown table, if you guys are like reading, you're not going to see this. So I'd have to read with this thing. which I guess isn't bad. I wonder if this side is any better. It's not as shiny. Is that better? Maybe. Ace of Swords, 2 swords, 3 swords, 4 swords, 5 swords, 6 swords, 7 swords. So you see the sword and then the number on the side. 8, 9, and 10. And then we have the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. Wow, these are cool. Look at the Queen of Swords' hair. So I want to see, if I were to pull the aces and stack the aces, what would we have? So, for example, very hard to see. Of course, it's not here. 2, there. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. And let's pull the Ace of Wands as well. Cool. All right, so that's cups. And now let's take a look at pentacles. So the cups are blue, the wands are orange, and the, what did we do? Wands? Oh yeah, swords. The swords were also blue. Sorry, we're doing swords. Swords are blue, cups are blue, and the wands are blue as well. Or orange, my goodness. Oh, Linda, I haven't began drinking. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, and the 2 pentacles, 3 pentacles, 4 pentacles, 5 pentacles. The 6, the 7, the 8, and the 9, and the 10. And then we have the page, the knight, and the queen and the king of pentacles. So what if we were to do like a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? What would that look like? Interesting. What about the 8, and the 3, and the knight? All right, well, it is something. I don't know how I feel about these. How do you guys feel about them? It's a little bit interesting, but we will do a reading nonetheless, and I will channel what it is that's coming through as a message. I can't wait to see the oracle cards, though, because they're not bad to shuffle. Spirit for the collective that's tapped into this video. I'm going to move this just so I can shuffle, and then we'll get to your reading. Can we deliver a message regarding what the collective is needing to know right here, right now, at this time? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of the collective. A little odd to shuffle, but not bad. What is it that the collective is needing to know? Now, I will be taking reversals, okay, just cuts. And one more sort of break. Okay. This one's wanting to come out, and we'll put this. So we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's like that. Okay, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Hard to shuffle with the curly side out, so I'm going to do it this way. For the collective, we have the King of Cups in reverse, and we have the, sorry, this is the Six of Swords, and it's in the upright, but it's just facing the wrong way. Okay. I'm going to pull one more for, these kind of got to stay together, I feel. We have the Six Pentacles, we have the Two Pentacles, and we have the Nine of Swords. I feel like there's one more for here, and then we'll do another grouping here. It's kind of how I'm feeling it. For the collective, what's this message? Let's keep these together. So we, and it goes, sorry, my goodness. This is the Fool, and this was the Tower. But it just needs to be flipped over, but still remaining, whether it's upside down or not. Okay, that's the one right here. So it is the Emperor, and he is in reverse. Okay, so we got 4 here, because I think 4 max is what we can see. So I'm going to add 2 more here. And then we will, these two. Ace of Cups in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. Okay, and I feel these two wanted to be on their own, which we'll do. Let's take a look. What is this talking about? Give me a minute just to tap into what this is. Okay, this one's really clear to me. There's something about a lot of anxiety in regards to a decision. And I do feel like it's a decision in order to, with the Six Pentacles, it could be we're not certain where to contribute, or we're anxious about what we're receiving. Something about something being given or received, and there's a lot of stress regarding this, and it's generating some form of question when it comes to a decision. 2 is about balance, decisions. 6 is about balance, and it could definitely be about receiving or being generous. Okay, and the 9 Swords is about anxiety, even difficulty sleeping. So something's stressing us out here, something that might be imbalanced, and so it's triggering anxiety around making a decision, how to contribute to something. Now, we have the 6 Swords, which is moving out of strife. I feel like there's a desire to move out of strife, something that might feel very stuck, with this Emperor looking like a bunch of buildings. Okay, it could be literally like physically moving out of a location, or a stagnant, stuck situation that seems to be pretty set in some way. And we might feel as though, yeah, like with the King of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this to me feels like an inability to receive emotional fulfillment, something being blocked, and some form of potential being blocked if we stay put. And there might have been a realization of this, or a lot of stress about taking action on something like this. And so we have the Tower, and it is in the upright. We have the Fool, and it is in the reverse. The what is this? The Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups in reverse. I think this is like acknowledging some sort of decision that you're about to make, or that someone around you is about to make, in regards to movement and something that's been very stuck. Because I do feel with this Knight of Pentacles is talking about an offer, something potentially moving. It has been moving very slow, might have been very stuck, stagnant for some time, is about to make itself sort of visible here. But I feel like it's unexpected, and I also feel as though it's kind of a wishy-washy energy with the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Fool in reverse. Because I feel like it sort of has its foot in two worlds here. So it's like, I'll consider it. I don't know what that's about, but it feels like an I'll consider it. Spirit, what is this about? What is this message? I'm completely not sure I understand. So what do we have? We have 3 swords in reverse, 4 swords, healing, 7 cups in reverse, and 4 cups. There's a situation we're healing from. 7 cups. Somebody literally might be somebody's inability to be pointed or make a decision or keep things very confusing here has been something we've needed to recover from or heal from, or someone is recovering or healing from this. And I feel like it's left you feeling, I don't know, 4 cups, rejected, bored, a need to decide which way you want to move. And I feel like there is a Tower moment here, but it feels like a half offer. So Spirit, what is clarity on this half offer here? What is this? 7 wands in reverse. Someone's putting down their guard. 10 cups and 6 cups. If you're deciding on a best course of action for your happiness, I think maybe you're shutting down an opportunity for an emotional new beginning in some area that's not emotionally fulfilling for you in order to receive a 10 cups and a 6 cup situation that might be ideal for you, because a 6 cup situation is returning to a person, place, thing, the past that we connect with on an emotional level. And I feel like 7 wands could talk about us like fighting and defending our position on something. It feels like there's a surrender to allowing ourselves to get in line with something that's emotionally for us. Okay. 6 cups could talk about a reconciliation here as well. And so I don't know if someone from the past comes forward here with this Knight of Pentacles with some form of reconciliation, but I feel like you don't entertain it. And maybe this is like the surprise. It's like you're hearing from someone. Maybe they had to heal. Maybe they were in a 7 cups type energy when you knew them. Maybe they rejected you, or they feel rejected by you somehow. But I feel like this person wants to get out of the cold and wants to move forward, wants to get out of stagnancy. And so I think maybe you're going to hear from someone like this, okay, or they're having a lot of anxious thoughts about moving forward and deciding in that direction to like come forward with a reconciliation or with an offer of sorts. So yeah, this is what I'm seeing. This was an interesting reading. Let me know if it resonated for you guys. Like I said, if you guys are interested in the Transparent Oracle, we'll be looking at those as well. All right. So these were quite fascinating. I wouldn't recommend these for first-time tarot readers because, well, maybe it's just me, but yikes. A little bit of a train wreck. All right. So I love you guys very much. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.